Hey, loves.
Welcome to Sierra and Ryan.
Talk the talk. Sierra and Ryan is all about putting book talkers at the center of the story.
And we're here to find all about the main character moments in your life. Starting with these two main characters, my name is Ryan at Rye_Brary on TikTok. And my incredible co-host is
Sierra, also known as CCB Reading on TikTok as well. We are both book talkers who are a part of this community, and we want to know all about the amazing people who are a part of it as well.
So each episode, we're going to bring an incredible book talker in. I've got some really incredible ones on deck. We're going to go through a little bit about them, get to know a little bit deeper. We've got a show and tell moment to break it up. And then we're going to close out every session with a quick wit to get the fastest responses as possible. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it.
But for today's guest, we have someone who we both have been wanting to have on this show.
True.
And I'm excited to talk about Quis Speaks. Yes. And the crowd goes wild.
Quis Speaks is so cool and there's an aura of mystery there that I'm really, really into.
I cannot wait to get to know more about him. He's like, what are you really into, friend?
Mm-hmm.
So
what are you most excited for?
I'm excited for his show and tell. I feel like it's going to be good, but I feel like it's also going to be something I've never read before. How about you?
I'm excited to ask about Colleen Hoover. Dare I say, I'm really excited to find out all about that connection. You mentioned a little bit. I don't know the full story, but that's what I'm very excited for.
Oh, I know that's going to be so interesting. Lucky him. So if you haven't followed Quis Speaks, you should follow him. But friend, should we prepare for a talk?
Let's talk. Welcome, Quis Speaks, to Sierra and Ryan. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
So good. So excited to have you on today.
I'm excited
Ryan and
to
I
be
have
here.
been talking behind the scenes. Like, we want to know so much about him. Like,
Oh boy.
you're a mystery to us. You're a
Let's
mystery
get
to
it.
us. Yeah.
Mystery, and on the eve of this recording, have posted just some of the funniest content. So I have to tell you, we have been cackling behind the scenes. What's the one? I want your daddy too. I fell all the way out. But to start, so this is Marquise at Quis Speaks, who has, I believe, last checked, 10.4 thousand followers on TikTok.
Somehow, yeah.
Wild,
I
wild.
wanna be like
And
you
like
when I grow
a
up.
constant, I feel like, stream of showering of gifts. How do you manage all of that?
It's really weird. I've never had like a huge social media presence before, and like it's just been like wild posting things, and people like eat it up, and like there's so much like discussion I can have with people about things, and it's like I'll get in like my DMs on Instagram, and like people are having like active conversations with me about the things I put on my stories, or books that I swear that I love, and it's like it's surreal. You know what I mean? I've never had people to talk to about like a hobby like this before in my life. To be fair, I didn't start reading again until like last year, but big difference.
You're in with good kin with Sierra.
You right here, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's the wildest thing, and I'm so appreciative.
So I want to ask you, like, I want us to start from the beginning. So I want to know, like, what encouraged you to pick up your reading again? I know for me it was because of COVID and I was tired of watching TV. But how about you? Like, what made you decide to make that choice to get back into reading?
Hilariously enough, like all throughout COVID, I just did not read at all. I don't know how I didn't use that time to read. I want to say last year I was just scrolling on TikTok, and I think I don't know how I came across BookTok at all, but I think one of the first creators I saw was, do y'all know Kendra? Kendra Reads?
Yes.
Yes.
I think she was
Yes.
one of the first people I saw, and like she would just go like in detail with like, oh, I love this book because this, that, and the third, and then I just started like liking more content from Book Talk and following more people. And I was like, maybe I should try some of these books. And I think the first book I bought and read was Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, and I read that in like less than a day, and I was like, all
So
right, well,
readable.
I'm sold. And then now I got like a whole bookshelf worth of books that I haven't touched yet, but they're there, ready to
Yeah.
get read.
Don't worry, we're gonna
Definitely.
get into that because I have a question. I have a
All right.
question. I have a question. So, well, since we're there, I saw when I first started following you,
Yes.
Colleen Hoover sent you a whole bunch of books.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Like cleared out the whole cleared run it down. Give us the rundown
I
because
missed this. Please.
I was like, what?
So one day I don't know what I was doing, and I looked in my Instagram DMs and I saw a message from Colleen Hoover, and I was like, okay, this must be a spam or a bot or something. Let me double check and look at the profile and everything, and sure enough, it was from her. And she was like, hey, like I love your content, thank you for wrecking my books. I think at that point all I wrecked was like Ugly Love because I hadn't read a bunch by that point.
Mhm.
And next thing I know, she was like, yeah, I just fulfilled like basically a bunch of your Amazon wish list. And I was like, no, she didn't. I'll believe it when it comes. And next thing you know, I got like must have been 5 or 6 boxes from Amazon outside my door, and I
Wow.
opened it. I think she cleared about maybe like 30 to 40 books off of my wish list,
Oh,
and I was like,
Whoa.
and if that doesn't convince you to like do more on Book Talk and like I don't know, it was
Absolutely.
just crazy that like I didn't even have that many followers back then, and she was like, you know what, you're the one, and she sent me all those books, and I was like so touched, like how
Wow.
I
who
And
does that
some that
happen
weren't
to?
hers?
She sent me one by her, like one out of the 30 to 40 was hers. Yeah.
Wow. That is so cool.
I know. I was like,
Jeez.
it's not even like I'm gonna send you my catalog or anything. Like
Right,
she
right,
sent me a
right.
bunch of randoms. I was like, and she was like, I live for your Rex. I was like, no, you don't. No way.
Wow.
No way. I was blown away.
That's wild.
I think so too. I think so too.
So a little segue of the romance tick, okay, because you are, if I may say, a self-proclaimed average Joe with an insatiable appetite for romance. Specifically, should I say dark romance with red flags all over the
Ye-
place? Toxic
yeah.
relationships? Do we need to get into it?
Oh my goodness, it's gotten real bad. It's like a drug. It's like you get one taste, the next thing you know, it's like red flags all over the place. Hilariously enough, I haven't even read anything too crazy yet, but I have a bunch of stuff that I want to read that get pretty crazy. Honestly, if I go on Goodreads and reviews are like, oh, I couldn't get with it because it was too dark or this went down or this went down, I'm like, well, now I gotta read it. When you're looking at like an HBO show or something like that, you're not gonna go for the ones that are like squeaky clean. You're gonna go for the ones that are like
That's true.
kind of gritty and have a lot of content warnings and are gonna keep you engaged. It's
yeah.
not like I like necessarily the stuff that goes on in those books, but like it's entertaining.
Keeps it
That's what I'm
interesting.
going for. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, look, Sierra and I are thriller lovers, so it's like we can't really
Yep.
complain about your red flags when we're over here like murder,
Right. I'm
murder.
Yeah.
like, where's the
Yeah.
murder? Is
We
there
all have our
blood
things.
involved?
We all have our things. And then I
So
have my
true.
palate cleansers too, so it's not
Okay,
it's
so
not
what's
like
a
I'm
palate
reading just
cleanser for
terrible.
you then? Okay, you've read some dark romance. It gets like you're like, ooh, child, give me a break. What are we reading? What's your ideal?
If I want to say a palate cleanser, it's probably gonna be like, I think I read like First Love Take Two by Sajni Patel.
Mm-hmm.
There was no smut in that book whatsoever, but like it was high on like the romance and like the emotions and like I'm not saying it was like a peachy clean read because there's a lot of like drama and family drama in there,
Yeah.
but I call that like a palate cleanser because there's nothing like it's not smutty and it's not a bunch of dark stuff going on. It's just like a cute romance book.
See, I can't go that far. If there's no smut in the book, then why are we reading it? Why, what are we doing? Romance and me, romance and smut kind of go hand in hand to me. So I'm like, why are we doing this? Who are we
I
fooling?
I like to say if a romance book can swoon me without a lick of smut, it did a great job, and that book did that because I was full head over heels in love with that man, and I was like I didn't get one explicit detail about him, not one,
I love
but he's top notch.
So Squeaky Loves, I saw you gave Love Hypothesis 5 stars,
Oh yeah,
correct?
yeah, yeah.
I have not read it. Sierra, have you read it?
Ever.
Am I missing out?
I made that review. It's
Yeah.
Keith and I are on two opposite
Two
ends of the
different
spectrum.
Oh, that was okay. This right,
Two
right, right,
different
right.
sides.
Now I am a Star Wars person, so I did love that it was a little Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley action. But
Yes.
I saw there were only a few that you gave 5 stars. Reminders of him, I think, quarterback and coach. Almost had a jersey on for you today. And then I saw Love Hypothesis, which I thought was kind of a wild card in the bunch. So I was wondering what made you love that so much.
So, I mean, whenever I talk about this book, I'm like, okay, when I first picked it up, I was like, I'm only picking it up because TikTok will not shut up about it, and I want to see what the hype is about. But I fully expected it to be like a cute little like 3 out of 5 stars, nothing serious. Boy, I read it and like, I don't know, Sierra's gonna completely disagree with me, but like that connection was like everything. And I have a thing for like those like really like stoic and really, really tall stoic, they're not gonna say much, but like they feel a lot, kind of male main characters. And I don't know, he just did it for me. And I know a lot of people said like Olive was like super immature and stuff like that. And I mean, she kind of was, but I don't know. It kind of did it. It really did it for me. I don't know how else to explain it. And then at the end, when he started giving like "touch her and I'll kill you" vibes, you checking all my boxes. Every single box is getting checked.
Oh, yeah.
I think
I
that's the
loved
great
it.
thing about reading is that, like, we could all read the same book and have these different opinions about it. Because for me, it was just like, okay, again, the smut took forever, and I was very upset about that. Because the way it was, so Ryan, the way it was hyped up on BookTok was like, this
Yes.
is a super
Yes.
smut.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
it's gonna get nasty.
You would have thought it was
Oh, I thought we were getting
Den of Vipers.
Yeah.
Like,
I was ready for some Tumblr fan fiction going on. I was.
Yeah.
Lightsabers all over the place,
But yeah, that's the great thing about reading is that we all have like these differences of opinions, and like,
yes.
I think we can still be able to talk about it amicably without like having like you're wrong.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I want to ask you: have you ever had anyone? And I'm sure maybe you have. With TikTok, people are easily opinionated. But have you ever
Yeah.
had like anyone like be like very gung ho like about like an opinion you've had on a book that you really didn't care about or that you loved in your comments specifically?
I don't think so. I don't think I've had an episode. Maybe if it did, it flew under the radar. But I don't think I've had like an instance where somebody was like, say I was talking about a love hypothesis, and they were like, "Oh no, that was ass" or something like that. It hasn't happened yet. And I don't know. I don't really understand why people do that unless it's a difference between going under a post and being like, "Oh, this was like an absolutely terrible book. Like, what is wrong with you?" Versus like, I see you like that book, but here's why I didn't like it. I would entertain that. I'd be like, okay, let's talk. But if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't take any of your recommendations seriously. You like to love hypo. Okay, bye. I've never understood people that do that. I really don't.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Like, give me
That's
some
very
discussion. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't get it one bit.
Let's talk a little bit about you outside of social media.
Okay.
Where are we behind the pages?
All right. I mean, there's really not much. Like compared to what I read, like it's pretty, like you say, average Joe. I'm 20. How old am I? God, 25. I've got an English degree. I work in food service right now. My intention is to eventually write my own romance book. At some
Amazing.
point. But that's very early phases. I'm trying to like get like an outline done right now, but hopefully at least by the end of the year I'll have at least something completely done.
Do it,
Yes, do it. I feel like I'm the same way. I've also been wanting to write a book. I think that's the funny thing about BookTok. You start reading all these books, and you're like, I think I can
Yes.
do this.
Yeah.
So I know you said you're an English major. Was it always something for you to want to write a book, or
Yes.
is this because okay?
Yeah, it's always been a thing, and then like especially since getting on Book Talk, I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is so fun. Like it's so fun to be able to like drop a story and have like all these people have like different discourse about it, and people be like, you know what, I stand this guy, like you wrote this guy so well, you wrote this character so well, or like the connection. And I was like, you know what, I can use this is basically like a college course. Like Book Talk is like a college course. I'm like, I'm getting everything I like out of these books, and I can be like, I can make my own. That's the goal right there.
Yes.
Especially because like my thing is like as I've been searching for like especially like gay romance novels, like a lot of them are written by like straight white women, and I'm
Mm.
like it's like I don't want to say it's the hardest thing to find like books written by like gay men. You know, same thing with like if you're looking for like black romance, like they're out there if you look for them, but it's so much saturation with like straight white women writing these gay novels, and it's hard sometimes reading those books because like they are good, but I'm like, how much of this is like you're genuinely writing like a romance story versus you're just like over sexualizing like gay males. You know what I mean? I never know where the line is, and I'm always like looking at those books with like a squinty eyes. Um, but that's mostly I want to write like my own, so I want to have like books out there. I don't see any books written by like gay black men, and I want to be like someone who does that, and I would hope they get pretty popular. So people are like, okay, there are books out there that are written by like the people who these books are about.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
Oh,
space
that's
is there.
absolutely,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
absolutely necessary because just thinking about it, I don't know. Granted, I've only been in this community for a year. I can't even think of off the top of my head uh gay romance where either of the characters are, well, no, both of the characters are black.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times it's like if there is, it's like it's interracial or like most of the time they're like white males or like I rarely see two black males in gay romance. I would challenge anybody to please if you got some send them in my DMs or something because I need them. I need them.
All right, well, you got some work to do, honey. We waiting on them books, so no
Get
pressure,
the
no
words
pressure.
on
But
the
we
page.
kind of need them.
Thank you. I need all the inspiration.
Yes,
That's
you got
amazing.
this.
So, we did ask you to prepare a little something for the show. Are
Okay.
you ready for show and tell?
This is gonna be really funny because you kind of like alluded to it earlier, and I was just gonna bring like obviously the books I've talked so much.
I'm so mad I didn't wear my jersey.
You should have. I
Dang.
was
You
like,
should
you
have
really should
did.
have. You really should have. This right here is like exactly what I was talking about. Like when I was looking for gay romance novels written by the gay man, and I found these, and these are like my top two of the year so far. Like it hits different. I don't know if it's because it's written by like a gay male, or if I'm just biased, but these slapped. And I love sports romance, which is really funny because I don't care about sports normally, but like I don't know something about like the drama involved with like a sports romance novel. Like I love it. I eat it up. But I
Keys,
was
who's
just
the author on those?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same
Tal
thing.
Bauer. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, Tal
Okay, okay.
Bauer. He writes a bunch. I think he has a couple. I think he has a couple like romance thrillers too. So if y'all are looking for a thrill kick, I think he has
Oh,
some.
now you
We
speaking my
might.
language. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I need to look more into his catalog because like those books like destroyed me. Like the writing style is like great. So I definitely need to look more into his books. But when I got that huge bookshelf of physical books I need to get through, it's kind of it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little synopsis? And do we start with the jock or the quarterback?
Yeah. So the jock is it's like I want to say it's like a duet. I don't know if he's gonna add more to the series or not.
Okay.
The jock is two college students from Texas go to Paris for like I want to say like a semester or maybe like a couple weeks studying abroad, and one of them is a dancer and one of them is a like a football star for the same university. And the dancer is going over there. He's like, okay, I'm going over here. I'm gonna find love with like some like Parisian. I cannot pronounce that word. Some native of Paris. I'm gonna find love with a French guy, and of course he's gonna fall in love with the cowboy from Texas. And he's like, what are the odds I come out here and they end up being roommates for those couple weeks, and they become friends, and then next thing you know they kind of like become lovers. But then they have to deal with we got to go back, and the dancer is openly gay. The football guy is not. He's always been gay, but he's just not open about it. And so they kind of had to tackle the like, okay, when we go back, what are we gonna do? And there's a lot of drama involved with that. But it's heart wrenching. Like I absolutely loved it. The second book, which I actually like more than the first book, is about the dancer's dad and the quarterback of the team that the football guy in the first book is on. Which when I finished, I know, and it sounds messy.
Juicy.
That does sound
It's
messy.
feeling very euphoria.
Yes.
When I first read it and I figured out that like that was gonna be the couple for the next book, and I looked at Goodreads and they were like, "Oh my gosh, no, this is not it." But I was a little scared, but I was like, "I'm gonna try it anyway." And I went in and I was like, "You know what? This is it." I was really scared. I was like, "How are you gonna convince me that the dad of this guy and the quarterback are going to get together?" And now I'm like, "They're soulmates. They're soulmates. They belong together. Period." Period.
Now we understand. I want your daddy too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It all comes back around.
Please, that thing made me blush so hard. I was like, let me swipe up because I have to get out of here. I'm like, not him revealing me. Like, please. Like,
I told Sierra I sat there about to comment 5 different times, and then I kept deleting. I was like, just get out of here. You got to get out of this post. You're sweating. I need to leave.
I was like, wait a minute, this is a wholesome community.
Yeah, 100% wholesome. You know, I just want a father figure. I don't want to. That's all I want.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's this point. It seems like if a book has a father, that's it. I'm sold.
Oh my
It could be a 1-star read as long as you got a daddy in it. We're good. 5 stars to him.
I love it. Do you have any weird BookTok habits? Like I'll tell you, for me, I will swipe through and I act like I'm turning chairs on The Voice with my like buttons. It'll be like the first 3 seconds. I'm like, I choose you. Yes, I loved it. Are there any weird habits or things that you do all the time on TikTok?
I don't know if this is the weird or if people do this. Like, I'm the kind of person that, like, if I finish a book, I like to go on the web and like find like either like fan art or like fan cast or something like that. So like when I read like especially popular BookTok books, I'll go on like hashtag this book. And, you know, there's like aesthetic videos where they put all those pretty pictures and they have like I'll eat those up. You know, especially when I finish like the Love Hypothesis, because that's all over TikTok. It's real easy to find those. Everybody got an opinion of the fan cast, or It Ends With Us, or any other big book. It's harder to do with smaller books. But I eat that up. I know a lot of people say I don't like to look at like fan casts because like I have a certain idea in my head and that ruins it. I'm the kind of person I want you to put a picture in my mind. So I'm like when I read Welcome to the Dark Side, everybody fan cast Jason Momoa as Zeus, and now it's there. It's there. It's there.
Sierra, that's your friend.
That's my man.
Anytime I'm reading that,
that.
I'm 2 books past his book in the series now, and anytime he comes up, I'm just like, okay, Jason Momoa, welcome back. You know,
Now single.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Very topical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you all seen the fan art for Legendborn? I just saw Tracy Dion on Twitter posted a shot of Bree, Nick, and Sel. It was like a cartooned.
Yes, I did.
It was
super cute.
gorgeous. It was real nice. She was dressed real 90s. But it was really, really cool. And that's about to start shooting. So hopefully we get some good fan castings out of that.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna turn this on y'all. I have not read Legendborn yet. It's literally sitting right here on my thing. I need y'all to
feel
tell
that
me
you
on
were
this
going
book.
to say that. I could feel it in my
It's
bones. that you
right
were
here.
about-
It's right here.
I would say hang up and immediately. I'm a King Arthur stan, and Bree immediately is likable. It's like you are endeared to her within page 1, and the whole story, the really unique magic system. It's just read it.
Yeah, you'll get lost in it really easily.
It's on my list for this month now because I mean, every like Black book talker is like Legendborn and Raybearer, and I'm like, I'm missing out. Apparently, you know, I'm not the biggest fantasy guy, but if it's Black, I might have to, jump in. You know,
The hype is real about those two. They got those right. We got those right. So they're sometimes we get it wrong.
oh my god, it's like on Black Book Talk. It's like these 2 fantasy books, and it's nice because everywhere else is like A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I mean, I tried to read that last year, and like it's not bad. It's one of those books that like I dropped, and like I intend to go finish it, but I'm not in any rush to finish it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I think Legendborn will be different as long as because I'll be able to identify with some of these characters. I'm sure, and that cover is gorgeous.
Yeah,
It is
stunning.
I was too scared to talk about. I did read Akatar, and
You
I'm scared to talk
did?
about it. Yeah, nobody knows because I'm not posting about it for sure. Nope, I'm not. 'Cause I thought it was okay, but I thought it was average, and so I just didn't. It was good. It felt like fan fiction to me, and I liked it, but very readable. But I was like, I'm not posting about this. I was like, I'm scared.
I don't know. It's nothing like it's kind of weird, 'cause, the way that like I was thinking about the Love Hypothesis before I read it is how I think about that series, and literally everyone is like, "Oh my gosh, 5 stars." What is it? I think it's one of them that they swear is so spicy. Silver Flames or whatever. Like this is
Yeah.
just whenever they're like, "Oh yeah, five spice." I'm like, is it really 5 spice though? Like, I'm just. And they're always like, it gets better in book 2. I'm like, why is it not good in book 1? I'm the kind of person that I need to go all the way through. If you can't get me in book 1, I'm not gonna,
Right.
I don't like to skip around, especially with like a linear plot line like that. I can't do it. Even with like a book series with like interconnected standalones, I got to start from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need I need to know about all the dynamics, the found family, the friend group. I got to know all about it. I don't like going in with no information if I can have more information. You know what I mean?
So here's my question. What's a genre that you're just like, I tried it and it's like it just is not for me. Like you are just not feeling it.
Um, for a second, it seemed like fantasy, honestly, but that might just be Acconts.
It is. It is just that.
I think like not. I want to. I don't. I hate to say it, but I think like nonfic. I love like a good creative fiction story. I want to get into more nonfiction because like I feel like a lot of nonfiction is very informative and like especially like black memoirs and stuff. I want to get more into that. I got a couple that I want to read actually. But it seems like I just get sucked into fiction so well, especially with like romance. Like I've read so many romance books at this point. I'm like, if I don't know if I can try a non-romance books again. I keep trying with like a thriller. Sometimes it works. I think the last thriller I read was, I didn't even finish it. It was The Wife Between Us, I think. And I meant to finish it, but I put it down and I never picked it back up. The one thriller I've read that I absolutely ate up was, what was it? The Couple Next Door. The Couple Next Door. It was a book of the month pick like 4 or 5 years ago. Loved it. I think everybody trashed it though, but I liked it. I've got like a Riley, what's his name? Riley Sager. I've got a Riley
Yes.
Sager,
People
Survive
have
the
been
Night
going
on
in
my
on him
shelf somewhere.
lately.
I want to get into that. I got a couple thrillers saved on like BookTok, on TikTok and stuff that I want to get into. Like I like thrillers. I just need to take a break from romance to read them.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. I can't really get into poetry. Hilariously enough, as an English major, not to say it's bad. I just can't. Poetry doesn't really do it for me. It didn't do me when I was studying too either. I had to take like I want to say, 18th century poetry or something like that. It wasn't it for me. It wasn't it for me. It didn't slap. So I say
I'm
like
over here
poetry and
swooning.
nonfiction.
Yes, please. Not minor poets of the 17th century.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But I think that's about it. I think everything else is pretty much fair game. I want to do like more like family dramas. Honestly, I love like those books that have like a lot of like interpersonal drama between family members and like when I read First Love Take Two, it was a romance novel, but there's a lot of family drama, and I was eating it up because like family drama can get really entertaining.
See, I don't come
Not when
across that
when I'm going
many.
through it, but
Right.
I don't
yeah,
come across that many family drama books that I know of. So
exactly. I want to read
the only one I
more.
can think of, but I haven't read it, is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid,
Ah,
Yep.
which I'm scared to read because it's been 50-50 in terms of what people think about the book. So
really?
yes,
I've only seen
from what
Stan. I've only seen Stan.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
50.
You didn't like it?
So here, because I obsessed with Daisy Jones and obsessed with Evelyn Hugo,
As you should.
and then I followed with Malibu Rising, and okay, it was
Was
okay.
it bad or was it just okay? Like
I thought it
underwhelming?
was just okay. To be honest, I didn't find it as readable, and maybe it's because I'm one of those people that you see the pictures or whatever when you read. I forget what that's called, but Evelyn Hugo was so dazzly and like sparkly to me, and I don't know, Malibu Rising. I was like, this feels hot. I feel like it's a hot summer. I just want to get in the cold. I am a winter.
Yeah.
That makes sense because, like, when you think about like Evelyn Hugo, the way first of all, it gives you Hollywood glitz and glam, and you're like the stars and the lights. So I could definitely understand what you're saying. Oh, that's interesting, Ryan. Oh wow,
Maybe a good summer read, but a lot of people loved it. My husband loved it, so
Yeah.
it just wasn't mine. Wasn't for me.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
I definitely gotta try it now. I just need to know. I need to know. I've only read like one Taylor Jenkins Reid book, and you know, everyone stands her. Like I've never seen someone be like, I don't like her books. So Malibu Rising is on the shelf. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
So a little family drama-ish, I think. I have not dove in completely, but I know that you have.
Whew.
Need we bring her up again? However, and saying that you don't love poetry, actually, I think you do. She's a
Oh no,
poet.
I'm getting called out. I'm getting called out. What a book.
But tell
What a
us
book.
about it. So the back kind of sounds like that Sandra Bullock show or movie that just was on Netflix where she's like out of prison and going back to
You know
find
what?
right? Is that kind of the vibe
my
of it?
God. I've never watched that show, but I've seen the trailer, and it's coming together. It's coming together. It's
Okay.
honestly like I went into when I was first reading it. I was like, you know what? Especially like the female main character, I was like, I'm not vibing with this girl. But Colleen, it's like a Venus flytrap. She sucks you in and eats you up and spits you out.
Yes.
By the time I was halfway through that book, I was like, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. I don't even know what to say without like really spoiling it. But it's about a mom that just got released from prison. She wants to reunite. I guess it's not even reunite. She wants to unite with her child. I don't think she's never met her child. And she has to go back to her town where the child's father and her used to live, and this that, and the third. And it's a real rough experience because she got a kind of a dark past. But you over the course of the book, you start becoming like her biggest fan. The guy is great. I don't know. He's tall, tattooed, and just those guys, the kind of guys that'll like see you on the side of the road and like will offer to like pull over and help you out. And there's no like, I'm not gonna kidnap you vibes. I would never do that in real life.
No white man vibes, okay?
Yeah, but those vibes are great in books, and he is the biggest example of that vibe. He's just like, I want to help. And in these romance novels, I'm always like, would you help anybody? Are you just a nice guy, or is it just because like this is the female main character, or this is the male main character? And you're like, I'm into them, romance novel. I'm gonna pull over and set this thing going. I always wondered that in my head, but it's great. It's great. For a second I was like, this might not be the best thing ever, and then by the end, I don't cry during books. Books don't make me cry. I was crying by the end of that book.
Where would you put it on the scale of your other Colleen reads?
Oh, that's a good question.
I've read 3. So I've read Ugly Love, It Ends With Us, and Reminders of Him. I would say, I think Reminders of Him is probably my second favorite. I think Ugly Love has a special place in my heart because it was like the first one last year. And I love It Ends With Us, but like books, the funny thing is I used to say books that have like flashback scenes and like this and the third, they take me out. And It Ends With Us had like a bunch of them, and I was like, I know they serve a purpose, but like I just hate when like the current storyline gets interrupted by like, oh, let me take you back to the past. Reminders of Him has a bunch of that plus the letters, and I was like, these letters are gonna make me like not like this book, but eventually the letters kind of slap.
There's Verity style letters.
Oh,
Yes.
but you haven't read Verity, have you?
No, I've never
And
been
that's
destroyed
more
by
like
Verity.
a thriller. And that was my.
Agreed.
Verity is thrilling. There is some spice in it, but man, it's like, and that plot twist, my head exploded. So you have
Oh
to,
my God.
I can't believe you haven't read Verity.
No, I haven't read
It is
Verity.
juicy.
Everyone swears by it. Yeah, everyone swears by it.
They're
I
not
need to get into
wrong.
it.
They're not
That was my
wrong.
first. I think Sierra, yours too. That was our first Colleen to read.
That's
No
the
way.
only only book I've read, and I have It Ends With Us and November 9 here. Like, okay, as all right.
I was gonna say, excuse me, you know that she's listening because Marquise is here. So Colleen, Sierra's very excited to
coming
read
for
your
you.
book. She's just faking. Sarah.
Colleen, but I put Verity on a pedestal. Verity is that
Yes.
girl. Like,
She is that girl. That's true.
I need to get into it. I need to get into it. I'm missing out.
yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I enjoy her writing a lot. It's easy to read, but it's also thrilling, and I think it's engaging. And I think she's a brilliant writer because like everybody on TikTok like feels very passionate about her one way or another. It's
Yes,
like
either
either you
or.
like her writing or you don't. So I think she's really great, and she's got her pulse on like the community. I think
Yeah.
whatever she's doing, like however she's doing it, or whoever her team is doing, like I think
Yes.
they're doing a great job. I think they're doing a wonderful job.
100%. 100%.
Hmm.
Whoever is doing her marketing or whatever, or if this is all organic just from her TikTok account, I don't know, but they're doing a great job. I think
Yeah.
what's her name? Anna Wong. The
Yeah.
one whoever's doing her marketing, top notch, because
Yep.
she has TikTok in the palm of her hands,
She
including me.
does.
And I'm like, how does she do this? How does she do this? No,
Is
I feel like
Anna
nobody
Wong?
knew.
Is she on
What?
TikTok?
Yes, yes.
I haven't read any of her stuff, but I see people recommend
Same.
her books all the time.
I would say get into it. You can, and somebody commented on a video one time that they saw a progression in her writing ability from like the first book in the series until like the current one. So like Twisted Love to Twisted Hate, and I think that's true. You can see like the writing gets better. I feel like she writes really good like soapy romance. Like there's a lot of different plot lines going on, and they kind of all converge and twist and tie. Her stuff is definitely more soapy, I would say, but it's engaging. I'm looking for engagement. I'm
Yeah.
not bored. There's spice. There's a bunch of plots going on. Sometimes it does get like just a little bit too much. I'm like, this is like really like daytime soap opera, but like by the end of it, you're like, okay, okay, that was it. That was it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check out some Anna Wong for sure.
Please do.
Absolutely, I am. I am. I promise. And I'm gonna read It Ends with Us, so you guys don't chop my head off.
All right.
True. Before we cross into rapid fire, which will be a lot of fun,
Oh boy.
what are you most excited for 2022 or for the year ahead? What's Marquise got going on?
So we're working on the book. I want to have a draft done. That's my goal, just to have a draft done. I don't know. I definitely want to get this reading goal like demolished because I think I set it for 50 books and I'm already at
11?
11 or 12.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
impressive.
mean, we're going through it. We're going through it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just want to grow my account and like, I want to get to the point where people are like, yeah, I got this recommendation from He Speaks, and like, you know what, he never misses. He never. I love when I see people comment that on other people's accounts, and I'm like, I'm trying to get like that, where people are like, anything he puts out, I'm gonna eat up. Like I'm like that with a couple people, like Pauline, like the books the books I've loved. I'm like that with Baby Gal Reddit, Tanya. Anything she puts out, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it up. LCS, Bookstagram, anything those two recommend, I'm gonna eat it up. I'm trying to get to that point where I'm just like people are trusting anything I put out, and then I gotta like I streamline what I'm reading because I can't have people thinking I'm recommending this trash. We can't do that.
Never.
Right. Right.
And other than that, I definitely want to diversify my reading a lot. I want to go out there and find a lot more like black romance and like more gay romance, and I think I'm starting to do that a little bit because most of the books out there are written by like white authors and have like white characters, and I feel like at the baseline you can connect to those at a certain level, but I need stuff that's like tailored to me. You know what I mean? I need more specific stuff, so I'm on a hunt. I'm on the hunt. Other than that, that's really about it. I'm keeping it small. I'm not setting too many expectations because I want to disappoint myself. But that's about it. If I can get a book done, I'll say it's a good year.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Thank
Whenever
you,
you
thank
drop it, I'm
you.
like, I'm first in line, baby.
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's
Me
go.
too.
Even if it's trash, please 5 stars. 5
I
stars.
will. I got you.
At least on release week, and then after that you can be like, all right, y'all. Here's exposing Key Speed.
Not exposing.
All right.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay, do you feel prepared for rapid fire? And Sierra, are
I'm-
we gonna do one after another or 5 and 5?
Wait.
Oh boy,
Hold on. I don't have it up here. 'Cause
I'm scared.
wait. Hold on.
no.
I'm pulling
Oh,
it up.
no.
I promise I'm professional. I promise I'm professional.
I believe it. I believe it.
Okay, I'm ready. All
Sierra's
right.
professional.
I am professional. All right, I'm ready.
All right, Sierra, key us up and introduce rapid fire, please.
All right. 10 questions. Keys. Quick as possible. If you don't want to answer it, just say I don't want to answer or pass.
Okay.
They're not hard questions, so they're very easy.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ryan, take it away.
Morning, noon, or night?
Night. Night.
Favorite book growing up? From favorite classic
Ooh.
or book from high school?
I'm gonna say I love The Fault in Our Stars back in the day. That was my vibe. That was my vibe.
Oh,
Yeah,
very good.
I loved crushing my soul to that.
Besides TikTok, where are you a regular?
Instagram, Instagram all the time. Yeah.
Okay. Celeb that's a friend in your head or your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. I think I said this on one of my Instagram stories. Have y'all seen This Is Us?
I
Yes.
haven't.
Yes. The first
The
season
guy
we
who
did.
plays Jack Pearson. I cannot.
Oh,
pronounce his name.
Milo.
Milo. Yes, Milo. Yes.
Ventum,
And-
Ventum.
I'm
yeah,
gonna look
yeah.
up.
We're gonna say Milo V. Yeah. Any day of the
Thank
week.
you.
Any day of the week, I will give up my entire livelihood for that man. Anytime.
Oh.
Aw.
If you could take us anywhere in the world tomorrow, where are we going?
Oh gosh, I don't know. What have I read that had like? Honestly, I don't even have an answer for that. I don't know where I would take y'all. It'll be somewhere in some kind of book universe where like some small town, because I eat up a small town romance. So we're going to a small town, and I'm gonna find my small town love.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Y'all
we're
can-
going to
y'all
be in the booth. We're going to be sipping, watching
Yes.
people's dates.
Yes.
We're going to be commenting. I
Yes.
like it. I'm here.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Okay. Do you fall asleep to TV, music, TV, or nothing?
I'm gonna say nothing, but I'm usually on my phone when I fall asleep, and it's usually like my phone ends up here, my AirPods end up over here, my body is all the blankets over here. Yeah, it's a mess. So I'm gonna say nothing but phone.
What was your best Halloween costume ever?
I was Dr. Miami one year. It was not like specifically Dr. Miami, but I said it was. It was just like a surgeon outfit, but
Okay.
I was a damn good surgeon.
Hey.
I love it. I love it. Okay. What is your theme song or your favorite karaoke song?
Oh my gosh, Umbrella.
Okay.
Umbrella is my. I'm always singing Umbrella. When I play Just Dance, I can destroy anybody in Umbrella.
Oh, okay,
I
Just
might have to take
Dance.
you up
Yeah.
on that, friend, because I don't know. I used to be the Just Dance queen.
I can't beat you in anything else, but Umbrella, I'll tear it apart. Tear it apart. Easy.
Are you happy for Ree and her new bundle of joy coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need her to drop the bundle of joy that is, the next album. But I've been waiting since 16. I can wait some more. Okay. I am so happy for. I've been wondering for a minute. I was like, where is she gonna, start having children? Does she want to have children? But now I know.
She looks beautiful too.
Yes. Yes.
What is your superpower?
Procrastination. It's top notch. It's top notch. Like, if you want to compare it to like Superman's like super strength, that's how strong the procrastination is. Like if my procrastination and his super strength went head to head, Superman would be destroyed. I mean, bye bye
I'm
Superman.
weak. Oh my God. Okay, I think this is the last question. What was the last thing to make you smile?
I'm reading, of course, I'm reading a book. It's like a marriage and convenience thing where they're like, okay, it's like, we're just getting married on paper and that's it. But like, they're starting to like get a little closer and having like little intimate moments. They're not doing anything like smutty yet, but the emotional smut is there. And it's been making me smile for the last like 2 days. Like it makes me so happy to read that. And I'm listening like in the audiobook, so I get to hear like the narration. It hits different. It hits different.
Oh, that's so cute.
That closes rapid fire, yeah?
Yeah,
All right.
rapid fire.
Hey,
is
well
up.
done.
Yeah.
Well done, Quis. That was great.
Well, thank
Yes.
you.
That was easy and quick. Well,
I thought
this
y'all
has
were gonna hit me
been,
with some fun stuff.
well, that'll be part 2 when we bring you back,
Oh no! Oh no!
You have to
We'll
come
expect a
back.
couple pages of the draft. We're going to...
Yeah. Now we're gonna be following up. Yeah, you wanted 2 Virgos in your inbox?
Now,
Do
my
you?
God.
done. This is true. This is true.
Oh no! It's a
Do you
wrap.
want 2 Virgos in your inbox?
I'll take it. I'll take it happily.
Keith, wait. Your procrastination is your superpower. What is your star sign?
Libra.
Okay, and this actually makes sense because you
Oh my!
are weighing the decision so much where there's no decision then. You just can't. You weigh it to indecision. It fits. This is great.
I'm crying. Are y'all like the type that's like, okay, as soon as you hear somebody's like star sign, you're like, okay, yep. It all.
Sometimes.
Oh no! I have so many friends like that, and they're like,
Yeah.
Marquise, you're a Libra, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what does that mean?
until I get it wrong, and I'm like, oh, it must be your rising or your moon. Yeah.
Yes. There's so many backup plans. Like it's something
Yeah.
in there.
Listen, let us have our stars and stripes, okay? We're over here just up in the galaxies, okay?
You can have it. You can have it.
Oh man, this is so much fun. Sierra, do you have anything else for our fantastic guest?
I didn't, Keith. I just want to say I really enjoy your TikTok. I think you are great.
Oh,
I
thank
love you. I
you.
can't wait to see more of your recs. I'm going to list. I'm going to read the Colleen Hoover books, and I'm just really excited. I'm really. I want to say thank you again for coming on the show. This has
Of
been
course.
so much
Y'all
fun.
are
You're
great. Like
amazing.
I eat up y'all's content for real. Like y'all are
Oh,
great. Especially I think at one point, Sarah, you did the I think the books I rated like super high that I gotta bring them down. I gotta humble them. Man.
Ruthless.
I didn't think it was gonna be.
It was great. And anytime you tear into a book and you're like Love Hypothesis and you're like, listen, y'all. I'm sitting there with my cup. I'm like, who is she gonna be talking about? And I know when I drop this book, and be like, listen, y'all, I rated it too high when it came out because I love them, but it's just not it. It's not it.
Oh no, am I that person in the community that's like, oh, she's gonna rip me a new asshole?
We need those though. I'm not the kind of creator that's gonna be like, okay, this book was terrible. I'm not. I don't really like that. If I think it's bad, I'm not gonna talk too much about it. But if I think it's great, I'm gonna talk a lot about it. But we need people that are willing to critique things because that's how people learn what's working, what's not working for them.
Yeah.
And who's getting ripped Book of the Month books? You know what I mean? We do need
Oh,
those people
child.
Oh my
to
God.
tell it to the mountain, because I sat and watched that TikTok of Sierra's probably like 25 times, just giggling my ass off because the disappointment that came over the face. I was like,
Yes.
I was so mad. Yeah. So, but they sent me another one. So,
As they
was
should.
yeah, they should, right? They should
And then whenever
have sent me a free tote, but we'll get it. Whatever.
One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
I
And
know.
whenever I watch Ryan's TikToks, I'm like, I don't know, you have like a presence that's just like, as soon as you say something about a book, I'm like, it's fact, because you're just so calm and chill. I know you're not gonna lie to me. You could be holding up the dictionary and be like, this was a 5-star romance novel. I'd be like, okay, let me pick it up. Let me pick it up real quick. No lie. You gotta that presence is everything.
I was gonna say, until you say calm, and Sierra's over there like, okay, if you only knew behind the scenes of making this show happen.
He's wonderful. Okay.
The Virgo tendencies are real.
Oh yeah, they're real. But he's
We
wonderful.
need the expose, please. I need the expose, the bloopers,
Sierra will never speak of it.
I will never.
We will not speak of what the mics and cameras looked like before. It's all good.
Oh my God. Well, I think that's it. Keith, is there anything you want to ask us, or want people to follow you? Where can they find you? All the good stuff. Let us know.
Well, which clip? I think all handles are the same. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram at Key Speaks. Oh, that lighting! Oh my God, it's getting bright. What you call it? Those. What you call it? I think. I don't know which one I'm more active on. Like a lot of people on my Instagram like swear they love like my stories because I'll just post like reactions to books, and sometimes they're a little wild because these books get a little crazy. I think I'm more active over there. I'm trying to get better about having like a consistent posting schedule so I can get more content out. Cause I don't know. I don't want to go. I've had periods on TikTok where I post something one week and I want to post something else for like 2 weeks later. And we got to keep the people. We got to keep the people going. People are
method.
wanting
I'll
this
be looking for you.
content.
I'll be like, where is Keith? Like, did he just stop reading, or like, is he good? Like, what's happening?
So I'm working on that. Plus, I want to have more recs. I'm getting to a point where like I can't be out here just recommending long shot every video, but I will, because Kenny Ryan. But I need other things to recommend to people.
Yeah.
Other than that, I guess if I had to ask y'all something, is there a book that y'all either y'all think I would love or that y'all swear anybody will love that's like your go-to? I need a recommendation from both of y'all.
Because
Oh
we
my
talked about
God.
prose earlier, I am going to, for 100th time again, Jen at Ashe Book Boutique, shout out, hey Jen, recommended The Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. It is
Okay.
a book written in prose. I did not know that walking in, so I'm going to spoil that for you a little bit. But the story, it will make you love prose, and the way that just the layout is, even on the page, of the
Yes.
way that it's brilliant. Read it. Let me
Okay.
know after.
Damn
I
it.
sure
Okay.
will.
Have you read 7 Days in June?
No, it's literally sitting right here next to me. It's coming this month. It's coming this month. I was
That's
just
right. I think okay, it's not smutty, but the romance is there and it is wonderful, friend. You need to read that now. Whatever you finish before that, you need to read that next, okay? I
all
think you
right.
will really enjoy that book. I think that's perfect for you. I think it's a nice middle ground of like, yeah. I think you'll like it a lot.
Let's
Yes.
get it. Let's get it.
Yes. Yes. Perfect. Keith, thanks so much for coming on.
You're a
No
star. This was
problem, no
awesome.
problem.
You are
Thank you.
amazing. Make sure you guys following him. He's amazing. He's funny. He's
Check out the
awesome.
Goodreads. The reviews are up to date and very
Yes.
thorough. Okay.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
I also do full reviews on Instagram, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's where the full reviews are. The Goodreads is just a little taste.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Yes.
love it. All right.
All right, friend.
All right, you guys, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank
Bye,
you. Thank
thank
you. Thank you.
you.
We'll have you again for sure.
All right,
Absolutely.
please do. I'll have hopefully by then I'll have like a lot more stuff for y'all. You know, the romance will
Reading
get a lot darker,
passages.
so
Oh,
Yes.
I'll be in handcuffs because you know the dark romance will be out of the door by then.
okay, we'll all be in themed outfits. We can figure it out.
Okay, bring
Sierra
it.
has
Bring it.
cat
Leather
ears.
daddy
She's got masks.
choker.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Come on, leather daddy choker. Yes.
Don't let me show up here in a
Don't you
BDSM
guys
outfit.
get shy on me now. Don't you get shy
This is for
on
the
me
after.
now.
This is for the after hours episode. Let's clip this out.
Let's
Edit
go.
that out.
Let's go. Adult Swim edition. Let's go.
Okay, so he was so much fun. He was
Okay.
amazing, right?
I loved him. I love
I
him.
feel like I know him a little bit better now. He's been so mysterious up until this whole time, but oh my God, he's so sweet, so fun.
I thought that there's just a like a joy inside there and just a warmth that I was really drawn to. But also I think the recommendations I haven't gone full on into Colleen Hoover, but I haven't gone into super smuts and I'm sounding like I'm gonna read the jock. And you know what? We might give Daddy Quarterback a shot.
Listen, why not? Right? I mean, I was very interested, and he said like, it's one of his favorites, so I would
Yep.
definitely be interested in reading it. And it's so funny because like his like what he reads and his personality like seem like two completely different things. It's just like you seem so sweet. How are you reading this dark stuff?
1,000,000%. But how interesting an English degree and working on writing. I think so many of us at BookTok are writing or have our scribbles or our outlines, but I think so fascinating for someone who was an English major to then kind of come back around to reading and now be so in that all of those ideas that have probably been in there for a long time are going to come out, and those stories are going to be good.
I can't wait. I really think it's going to be awesome, especially because he reads so much material. So it's almost like he's already been doing research.
Yeah.
So I know that it's going to be like just well written and it's going to be like perfect in every aspect. I think it's going to be so good. I mean, we're already hyping him up and he hasn't even written anything yet, I don't think. So, I mean, I'm just really excited for him. And
I
I
agree.
think like he said like the representation, like, oh my God, I think it's going to do great. I'm just so excited for him.
There's space and it's needed, and there's a lot of people who want those stories, and I think Quis is going to have it together. Let me say something that I thought was fascinating.
Yes.
Trying to picture like Quis, who when I see the TikToks, just think is so cool and so level and just like that mystery vibe.
Yeah.
Trying to picture in my mind a Just Dance round to Umbrella.
I definitely believe he could probably tear me up in Umbrella, but anything else that it'd be a close one.
So
It'd be a close
funny
one
to
for
me.
sure. Some people you just like really enjoy and like you like. And I could have talked to him for like another hour because he just seems so full of like, and he just seems like he likes some of the off beaten path in terms of like writing or whatever. Yep. Like he seems like, and he's okay with that. Like I love that. Like that's to be able to like something that a lot of people don't like and then stand in it it's kind of hard, but like I love that he does it with like such an ease. Like I mean, no one else liked it, but I did, and I'm like, I get that. I get that a lot. Yeah.
I was taking a lot of notes because there were a couple book talkers as well that were mentioned that I hadn't heard of or didn't follow. I think just one. But then a lot of the books, I was like over
I
here
know, right?
scribbling down because I'm like, wait.
And I didn't know that Anna Hong was on TikTok because there's so many authors and like readers on the app. So like some people never come across my timeline like ever. So
Right.
I'm always looking to see like who's on it and who else can I follow and get more book recs from. So
How
I was
about
really
that Colleen Hoover sent like 40 or 50 books that weren't even hers?
I mean, I'm telling you, because when I saw
That's
it,
nice. I mean, that's
I actually saw the video when he posted it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "Are they like?" I was like, "How did he get that? Like, how did he?" I was kind
well,
of
it has
just
to be like a castle of boxes. I mean, truly, that's
I was
crazy.
like, but that's so cool, and I think that again, like, I think that also helps towards Colleen Hoover's brand. I'm telling you, I'm almost certain she probably done it for several people. So.
It's incredible. Well, that was Marquise was a good one. How
Oh, for
well
sure.
deserved. What a sweet
Yeah.
person. Oh man, that's gonna be a tough one to follow. What a
I know.
That's so
But I'm
sweet.
excited for who we have coming up next. Like,
the people are not ready. This season is going to be unbelievable, and the amount of response that is already coming from the guests it's making me feel really excited, because when other people are excited, it just makes you feel like I've been texting you every like update and moment. You'll never believe this.
but I love it because you're keeping me up to date because I'm usually busy doing other stuff, so I don't get to see it. And you're like, "Oh my God, this happened!" I'm like, "What?"
So good. So good.
I'm so excited. So, I think is that the wrap for this episode?
I think that's the wrap, and we are at about an hour. I think we're gonna wrap
Yeah.
it up, friend.
Please follow the show TikTok page. We are at sierra.and.ryan. We really tried with that name, okay? So show us some love. But that's where we are on TikTok, and then our YouTube page is Sierra
Ryan talk TALKTOK.
Yes,
Talk,
everything
talk.
will be in the description wherever you're watching us. So
Much easier, yes.
just click the link, honey.
Like, subscribe, follow, comment if you want to see anyone in particular, your favorite book talkers, tag them. We want to hear all of it, and we are excited for what's to come. We got lots for y'all.
Yep. Oh, ow. Bye.